I had driven the same stretch of road 1,000 times, maybe more, but tonight was different. It wasn't the hour, though the late-night drive always had a way of making my thoughts wander. Nor was it the quiet hum of the engine or the faint glow of the dashboard lights cutting through the dark. Something felt off. At first, it was nothing more than a strange sensation, a tickling at the back of my neck. You know the kind, the feeling that someone is watching you. But I brushed it off, telling myself it was just the isolation of the road, the absence of anything familiar beyond the headlights slicing through the night. Then it began. A sound, a soft scraping, like fingers running over the roof of my car. At first I thought it was a branch or debris caught in the wind. But when I glanced up, the roof was clear, the night sky stretching out like a black canvas overhead. No tree, no debris. I told myself it was just the wind. Maybe the car was making some noise I hadn't noticed before. But as I continued driving, the sound grew more persistent, more deliberate. It wasn't wind. It wasn't the car. It was something moving. I looked in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see something behind me, something that shouldn't be there. But there was nothing, just the stretch of empty road, fading into the dark. I was on a rural highway. There were no other cars for miles. My heart began to race a little faster. I pushed the accelerator down, but the scraping continued, now joined by a low, almost imperceptible thumping noise, like something, or someone, was pounding against the car, trying to get in. I froze. My grip tightened on the steering wheel, my knuckles going white. I glanced at the rear view again, and this time something was there. A shadow. A figure. It was standing behind my car, tall and twisted, its form impossibly stretched, as though it didn't belong in the same world as I did. I slammed my foot on the gas. The figure didn't move. I could see it more clearly now. Its face pale and twisted in ways that shouldn't have been possible. Its eyes hollow, black pits of nothingness. It stared at me with an intensity that felt like a weight pressing against my chest, suffocating me. Its hands were raised, fingers splayed out like claws reaching toward me. The thumping against the car grew louder, and I swerved, almost losing control as I turned the wheel sharply. I glanced at the dashboard. The speedometer read 75 mph. Too fast for this stretch of road, especially with the curves up ahead. But I didn't care. I had to get away. I couldn't shake the feeling that it was following me, that the figure in my rearview wasn't just standing there. It was moving, closing in, its eyes locked on mine with a terrifying certainty. The scraping noise intensified. I looked at the rearview mirror again. It wasn't standing anymore. The figure was in the car now, crouching in the back seat, inches from my head, its cold breath fogging the glass, its fingers tapping on the window. My skin prickled as a chill washed over me. I wanted to scream, to shout, to do something, anything. But the words wouldn't come. It was like I had been frozen in place. I felt it now. Its presence was so overwhelming that I could taste the bitter, rancid air it brought with it. It wasn't just a figure. It was a thing of pure malevolence, something ancient and wrong. My car lurched again as I swerved to avoid an oncoming curve. I fought with the wheel, but the car seemed to have a mind of its own now, pulling me toward the side of the road, toward the woods that lined it on either side. I had to get out. I had to escape. But no matter how fast I drove, no matter how much I accelerated, the thumping and scraping didn't stop. The figure in the back seat didn't move. It just waited, watching, as though it had all the time in the world. I reached the curve ahead and the car veered off the road. It happened so quickly. The tires screeched as I fought to regain control, but the ground gave way beneath me. The car tumbled, flipping end over end, and then everything went dark. When I came to, I was still inside the car. The seatbelt dug into my chest. The airbag deflated around me like a soft, lifeless pillow. I was disoriented, dizzy, but alive. I tried to unbuckle my seatbelt, but my hands were shaking too much. I fumbled, finally managing to release it, and then I pushed the door open, and that's when I saw it. The figure. It was standing outside the car now, just beyond the twisted metal frame. It wasn't looking at me anymore. Its hollow eyes were focused on something else in the distance, and I followed its gaze. There was a man. No, a thing, lying on the ground. Its body was mangled, blood staining the dirt around it. But it wasn't dead. I could see its fingers twitching, its mouth opening and closing as though it were trying to scream. I turned my attention back to the figure. It wasn't standing anymore, it was coming toward me. I bolted from the car, stumbling into the night, but the figure wasn't far behind. I could hear its footsteps, slow, deliberate, as it moved closer. The scraping noise returned, louder now, but it was too late. I wasn't going to outrun it.